Let's learn how to roll a coin. So you want to get a coin you're comfortable with. That could be a dollar size coin, could be a $half size coin. Now, if you're using smaller change, I would actually encourage you to consider finding a $half size coin if you can. In a lot of cases, I think this is just the sweet spot for a lot of magicians where it's larger than pocket change, and so you get the advantages of that, but it's also not so large as a dollar coin. So maybe you start with this. So you're going to grab your coin and your thumb is going to clip it against your index finger, and you're holding your hand like a fist where the elevation of your fingers are moving in this sort of way, where they're each going to hinge the coin over. So you get your hand in that position, you clip against the index finger, and of course you can see what's happening is that the coin rolls across, but what you're going to find is that your fingers will not have that sort of runway built in. So how do you get into that, and how do you get them to start doing it? Well, I believe I heard this from Rick Holcomb, who's a great coin magician, and he's on YouTube as well. And he talked about picturing the line not going from this part of your hand all the way down, but actually going diagonally. And I don't know what it is about that, I guess the way our hands are and the way the coin rolls, but if you picture the coin going down a diagonal line, by the time it's here, instead of thinking I need to get it clipped right in there, I'm actually using this vertex of my ring finger here. I'm almost picturing it headed toward that vertex of the knuckle, and that gives me a context point of how I want to move my finger. So I move my finger down. Now when you get here to the pinky, you can clip, and after you clip, you come under, and I like to just push it up with my thumb and go all the way down again. Now, some experts like to actually reverse the action and have the coin roll backwards. I'm still working on that. And so that's just another encouragement for you, is that this really is just a training your hand thing. So it's a learned skill, it's a practice skill, and you just have to do it over and over again until it becomes smooth. So your hand will be shaky, it might even ache after you try it for too long and you need to take a break, but I encourage you to just come back to the move. So again, a slow-mo is you're clipping it here and you're going to try to move it in a diagonal line. So you lift that middle finger, let it come down, lift that ring finger, let it come down, and then clip on the pinky and push it back up. That is the basic move. Troubleshooting. If you're finding yourself clipping the coin where you try to roll it and it ends up getting clipped in your finger, you are allowing it to fall too deeply into the crevices in your hand. So you're almost imagining it dancing across your fingers. In order to do that, you want to do something that might feel counterintuitive at first, which is to try to grip only a small portion of the coin. So don't try to get a hold of it, because then it might not come over. You're going to try to grip just enough of the coin for it to roll. So you're just barely clipping it, or at least it might feel like you're barely clipping any of the coin. That way it actually rolls and it doesn't go too far into your fingers. So just clip just enough of it so that it'll pop over. And that sort of built up potential energy will release. Gravity will bring it down so that if I weren't to keep going, it would just rest on this finger. But that puts it in a position now where this finger can clip it and bring it on forward. In motion, which this is hard to show in slow motion, it's not only the next finger coming down to clip it, but a little bit of this finger pushing, and it'll all kind of come together in tandem where the previous finger is pushing and the next finger is pulling down. Pushing up and pulling down. But they're very small movements. A bit of a stylistic preference, and this might just be me, but I don't like having my fingers as extended. I don't like having them like loosey-goosey, where like your fingers are out and you're just letting it dance across. I like this sort of fist that you hold until you roll the coin back up. And to me, that just looks more elegant. I don't know about you. You can do it the way you want, but that's just another note as well. And then last, I encourage you to hold a coin in your pocket, and whenever you get the chance to do this, to just take it out and roll it. So any moment that you're, I don't know, waiting in line, even if you're doing something else, like if you're on your phone, you can hold this in your other hand and and do this. Now, when it comes to public life, this is a piece of metal. And so if you're dropping it often while practicing out in public, maybe you're at a coffee shop or something, people will notice. And if you keep dropping it too many times, you might not feel super comfy continuing to do that. So you might not be able to do this in every situation, but just carry it around with you, and you never know what time or situation will arise where you're able to just keep practicing it. Again, if you're okay with it, even while you're walking, you can take it out as long as you're okay with dropping it and picking it back up. So be safe, be smart, but look for the opportunities you have, because this really is just a keep doing it kind of move. So case in point, over here on my left hand, I am getting better, but I still fidget sometimes. Now, ironically, this is my dominant hand, so it should be stronger. But as I've learned with many magic moves, or in this case, just a flourish, it's not always about which hand is stronger. It's just about training the hand to get used to the motion, because anything that's unfamiliar to your hands, they're going to need to be trained. And amazingly enough, it'll become a very comfortable feeling thing. You'll actually find yourself wanting to do it as sort of a fidget. And this is a magic channel, so in terms of theory around doing this, some magicians don't like to look skilled with their props, and I can understand some of that, and you don't want to showboat, but it can be kind of fun in the context of a coin routine to do a little bit of a flourish before making the coin vanish. So I think there is a place for it. So I hope you enjoy learning the coin roll. Come back to this video if you need to, but if you want to go from just coin flourishes into some more coin magic and illusions, be sure to check out the videos we have on the channel. You might check out the coin through box illusion that I have on here, or our coin vanish tutorial. We go through multiple ways to make a coin vanish. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to dive deeper on magic topics, I have a free Patreon blog where we go into other magic ideas. I also have a magic merch store if you want to support me in that way. But otherwise, until next time, keep enjoying your magic or your coin flourishes. Stay a hobbyist at heart, be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you guys in the next video.